Welcome to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. Well, I want to thank M-State and everyone who came out to Chamber Cafe this week. What a great event and a super fun way to find out what's going on in the community and meet some of the great people. If you're interested in being a guest speaker on Chamber Cafe, just get in touch with us at the Chamber office at 736-6951. Well, one of our speakers at Chamber Cafe yesterday was Leigh Bauman from Icon Business Advantage, and we have the pleasure of getting to feature him on today's show. You'll want to learn all about the great services that he offers, not only for businesses, but also for homes and families, so stay tuned.
The comfort and safety of your home is what matters most. Here at Park Region and Otter Tail Telecom, we want to help you have peace of mind wherever you are with Nest Home products. From an alarm system to the learning thermostat to security cameras and even the Nest Protect, your home can be more than just four walls and a roof over your head. Come into our offices to learn more and get a first-hand demonstration of the family of Nest security products. We're here to serve you beyond the connection as your local Nest Pro installers.
Welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm joined today by Leigh Bauman with Icon Business Advantage. Or do we pronounce it Bauman?
Bauman.
Bauman.
Yep.
All right, because we had that conversation a little bit yesterday at Chamber Cafe with so many different people in the community. But Leigh is joining us with Icon Business Advantage. And Leigh, tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I got involved with this about a year ago. I actually kind of stumbled across it. I used to get work with longevity, which is the nutrition line, which I got interested in for my personal health.
Sure.
And they started this whole new division called a David Allen Capital. And so I started looking at that, and I'm like, going, this is really interesting. So I looked into it, and it's like, wow, you know, this has got a lot of potential for helping people because they offer so many unique services. And I said, okay, I want to look into this, and I think I want to do this because it just sounds so fascinating.
Yeah.
And so basically, I just kind of stumbled into it. But now I'm doing it, and I absolutely love it.
Isn't that cool how those things fall into place like that? And Icon Business Advantage, you guys offer business services as well as home services. So let's start with those services that individuals like those that are watching right now can get for themselves personally and for their home.
Okay, we offer three main ones. We offer a tech support, which is like a Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Unlike Geek Squad, where they only cover two items, we cover everything in your house.
Fantastic.
So for a smaller fee, you get more protection.
Which is amazing. Yeah, because, well, when you think about it, nowadays people are so connected digitally, you know, with tablets and smartphones and computers and all those different things.
And how many people only have two electronic items in their house anymore?
Yeah, no.
So you pick two and you hope those are the two you have problems with.
Right.
So that's not going to work anymore. We also have an identity protection, which is similar to LifeLock.
Sure.
But once again, we're going to offer you more protection at lower cost.
Right, and that's, you know, those are really important things, is protecting your identity, but, you know, it gets to be a little expensive sometimes when you look at LifeLock and how much they want. When you add it up, it's like, wait a minute, but.
Okay, two main differences would be, we both have our $10 minimum plan.
Yep.
And
which is so affordable.
Yeah, which LifeLock advertises, you know, they have their big plan which gives you $1 million protection, so does ours. When you go to their $10 plan, it drops down to $25,000.
Ah.
Our plan still gives you $1 million in protection.
Wow.
Yeah. LifeLock also just started advertising that you get Norton antivirus.
Sure. I've heard that that's not so great.
Well, PC Magazine just ranked out the top 10 antivirus programs, and Norton came in at number 5, which is, you know,
yeah, not bad.
Decent.
Yeah, it's in the top 10.
We offer Bitdefender, which PC Magazine ranked at number 1.
Oh, fantastic.
LifeLock gives you their Norton free for the first year. Then after that, you pay like $8 a month, I believe it is.
Extra.
So that's almost $100 a year extra to get what you're getting for free from us.
Sure.
So.
And those are pretty important features.
Yeah.
Too.
Identity that's like the #1 crime happening in America right now.
Oh yeah.
And they're not just going after adults; they're going after like a little kid. They find out their social security numbers. They'll take out a home loan. They'll default on it, and then kid turns 18, wants a college loan.
Yep.
They're like, well, you defaulted on a house. What do you mean? I'm just turned 17. I don't have a house.
Right.
So.
Scary stuff.
It is.
And you can work with people one-on-one to help them understand what this does and how it'll protect them, and then get it all set up for them so they're not that's what I always think is like, why do I want to go online and put in all that information to protect my identity when I'm going online? It kind of seems a little like a vicious circle. So you can help folks with that directly then too.
Yep. And then our last one is we have a roadside assistance.
Okay.
Again, it's like AAA.
Yep.
For just a few dollars a month, it can cover 2 drivers.
Sure.
Doesn't matter what vehicle they're in, it covers the driver. So if you you have some kids that are going out to college for the first time, they're going to be able to call dad on the phone. You have a flat,
right. Dad's not going to be able to run and fix it.
Yeah, because
they're in Grand Forks and you're in Fergus Falls.
Or if they're stuck in Minnesota, if they're stuck in the snow somewhere.
Yep.
Even if they're in their friend's car and they're stuck in the snow, they just give a phone call and the tow truck is on the way, and easy peasy, they're back on the road.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And these are all national programs that you represent
Yes.
too, right here in the Fergus Falls area.
Yes, I represent David Allen Capital. We have reps in all 50 states.
Okay.
So, and another thing we offer with our 3 programs is you can bundle them into one package.
Oh.
And then you get an additional discount.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the bundle discount. And then our rates, the others, they can't even touch what our rates are.
Again, and how cool that we've got personal service right here in Fergus Falls, where it's not, you've got the backing of these national companies, but you've got a guy, Leigh is right here in our community, can answer all those questions. So a lot of great home services. So in addition to the great home services, you also offer some really unique business services that people might not find other places.
We do. We're trying to become your one-stop business source.
Sure.
There are 6 programs that we offer. They're kind of on the technology side, so I don't
Yep.
specialize in them.
Yep.
We
But
do
they are
offer them.
available, and you've got the experts.
Yep.
If people, you can get people connected to it.
We've got mobile phones if you have a business where you want your employees to have mobile phones. We do voice. We do data and internet, enterprise IT, managed services. And this is all the technical stuff they don't specialize in.
Right.
I know. But
So
we
tell us
offer
about the stuff in addition to that.
Yeah. It's I do know this much. As technology increases, the cost should go down.
Right.
So if you're using any of these services, and you've had them for 5-10 years, you should probably get a quote because you're probably paying more than what you get a new service now.
Sure.
So, and the quotes are always free.
Definitely.
And if we can't save you any money, we'll tell you, well, you're in a good spot, and we think you should stay where you are.
Which is nice.
Yeah. We're not here to sell you something. We're here to help you.
Right. Right.
So.
Well, and one of the other things that we had Chamber Cafe yesterday, so
Yeah.
thanks to everyone who came to that out at M State. One of the things that you mentioned was the business funding. So you've got kind of a funding source. Tell us a little bit about that.
That was where David Allen Capital started.
Okay.
Our founder, his name is David Allen Rutz. Many years ago, he ran a nutrition drink line.
Sure.
And what happened is he was growing to the point where he was bumping up against this wall. All of his money went into producing the next month's supply, and then they would sell it, and they had enough money to make the next month's supply.
Yep.
And he outsourced their production. And one day, the owner of the company that did the production for him says, a lot of the cost in this is actually our tear down, clean up, and changeover.
Sure.
So if you could double your order, we could actually do a triple run.
Okay.
So instead of 200,000, if you could come up with 400,000, we could give you 3 times the product, which of course he thought was wonderful.
Right.
Didn't have the 400,000.
I was going to say, well, it's
he had
tough
the 200,000 for the first run, but he didn't have the other 200,000 to get him basically 2 runs for the same cost.
Sure.
So he went to, of course, his bank, and he said the first thing that my business banker asked me was, how much equity do you have in your house? He said, which I had just bought, so I didn't have any equity in the house.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, wait a minute. You're my business banker. You're not my mortgage banker. You're my
Yep.
business banker. And we've been running this company for years, and we're doing a very good job with it. We've ran literally millions of dollars through your bank. But the bank said, yeah, but you don't qualify because you don't have any collateral to put
Okay.
up for the loan.
Sure.
His credit was pretty good,
Yep.
but he had no collateral. He didn't own a business that, he had a building he could put up as collateral.
Right.
His house had no collateral, and a lot of business owners don't want to put their house up as collateral.
Right.
Because, you live in it.
Exactly. You don't want to lose that too.
So he found out about these alternative lenders, like On Deck and Capital and stuff like that. And so years down the road, he's going, this is really neat.
Yeah.
Small business owners that don't have the capital put up, you can do a loan to them based on their cash flow
Sure.
and not their building.
Which,
not their home.
right, which makes a lot of sense too, because a lot of times there are opportunities that a business wants to take advantage of, and it's like, okay, if we build this or we
Yeah.
create more product, well, we don't have the customers yet because we don't have it to sell them.
Yeah.
So that kind of gets them from A to B.
Yep. And a lot of small business owners know that your personal credit can take a beating
Right.
because you're putting everything in your business going. Some days you might go, well, we need to make a car payment, but I also need to pay my employees, so
Right.
the car payment's going to be a little late this
Yep.
month, or the house payment's going to be a little late this month because we need to buy supplies for the kitchen.
And that's something that a lot of people don't quite understand, that many small businesses do put themselves out on the line. And sounds like this would be a great resource for them.
Yeah. So if somebody wants a business loan from us, we take a look at their credit score. Could be as low as 500.
Sure.
We'll still work with them. We'll look at their cash flow. We'll ask for like 3 months bank statement. So you have to be in business for 4 months so we can look at 3 months bank statement.
Sure.
Just so we know that you're not like going to zero at the end of every day.
Right.
And we need to protect ourselves too. Because like I said, there's no collateral. So if somebody defaults on the loan,
You can't go get
we
equipment.
can't go get anything because
Right.
the money's just gone.
Right. The bank
So-
needs to protect itself too.
Yeah.
So you've got the funding available. What are some of the other business features that you're sharing with folks?
Okay. In the last couple months, we actually brought 2 new things on that are pretty interesting. We've been looking at a good way to do equipment leasing.
Okay.
Okay, because that's another big part of
Right.
being in business. You can't just have a restaurant unless you have kitchen equipment.
Right.
You can't have a construction company without like a backhoe or a bulldozer or something like that.
Right.
So they finally got to the point where they can do it very simply. And what they've done is they set up, if you need the equipment, you would put on your application, this is an equipment loan,
Yep.
and that puts you in a slightly different category where we'll extend the payments out to up to 5 years depending on how big the loan is.
Sure.
You lease it for that amount of time, and then at the end of the lease, you buy all the equipment for $1.
Fantastic.
So
What a
if
deal.
if it's a $10,000 kitchen equipment loan
Yep.
or a $1 million jet plane,
Right.
you buy it for $1.
And it can be that could really help your cash flow and your credit situation too,
Yep.
by doing it that route too. So,
Yep.
well,
Yeah.
Icon Business
It makes your
Advantage.
payments a little smaller, so
Yeah.
it's easier to absorb.
Yep.
You're going to pay a little more over the long run, like your house.
Right.
But it helps to put the equipment within reach of more business owners.
Well, you
And
have-
again, bad credit's not a problem.
Right.
We
You
look
guys
at
are
your cash
working
flow.
with, you've got a lot of great services that it sounds like really customized to what the customers need, whether it's a homeowner or, the home services, or the business has some unique needs that you can help meet those things too. So Icon Business Advantage, you guys have a wealth of services that are
And-
available, like you said, on a nationwide level.
And we just keep growing. A month ago, we added health coverage.
Fantastic.
Of course, a lot of businesses, when they get up around that 50 employees, we have this Affordable Care Act now that's
Right.
saying, okay, now you got to start offering your employees health coverage.
That can be very, very expensive.
Yes. It's a detriment. Some companies will stay at like 45 employees, so they don't hit that because
Right.
that is a huge cost to incur.
Right.
We found a way to get around it. We've partnered with this, we call it the Freedom Plan. And what it is, it's a co-op health coverage.
Okay.
And so we have 8 plans, 4 for individuals, 4 for families. And what you do is you pick the level of coverage that you think you're going to need, and that's what you're going to have for the next year.
Sure.
And we're getting to that time. It's fall, so the
Yeah, the renewal time is
renewal
here.
time is coming up. And if you have a small business with 2 employees, you're big enough to qualify to get on this plan.
That's fantastic.
And my plan, of course, I'm pretty healthy. I picked the minimum plan, less than $300 a month,
It's amazing.
no deductible.
Wow.
You haven't heard no deductible since what,
No.
1983?
Yeah, exactly. That's unheard of.
Yeah, and what it is they kind of like, the way I was explaining it, it's like we kind of flip the health coverage on its head.
Sure.
Everybody in these companies, they get this really big Cadillac coverage, and you pay for all this stuff that you might probably won't use.
Right.
In the last 20 years, I've been on my own, and I've met the deductible like 1 time.
Sure.
So I pay for all this insurance. I
That
basically
you
never
need.
use it.
Right.
So in this plan, it covers pre-existing conditions. It covers all your basics, like you going for your physicals, your checks, stuff like that. That's all covered. And if you have an issue and you go in, what they do is when you go in, they pay 50% of a negotiated lower price. They've
Sure.
negotiated with hospitals all across the country for these lower prices to be on their plan.
They've got it all taken care of
Yeah.
for you.
So if say like you sprain your ankle and you gotta go and you gotta have it set and put in a cast, and I don't know what the nation average is. Let's say it's like $2,000 to go into the doctor,
Sure.
have them fix your ankle. They've negotiated prices that are much lower because, if you're not on the plan, they're not gonna go to you, they're gonna go to the other guy.
Sure.
So they get the lower prices. So let's say that takes down to like $1,000. Then you go in and you only pay half of that and then we'll cover the other half.
But that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Very, very affordable.
Yes.
Well,
So
you
instead of
guys
getting
have
stuck with
a
a
ton.
$2,000 bill, it's only $500. And
Yep.
what are the odds you're gonna sprain your ankle 3-4 times in 1 year?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully really low.
Really low, hopefully.
Hopefully really low. Well, it sounds like you guys have like you said, a wealth of services that can save both homeowners and businesses money and offer some, services for their company that will really help them grow. How can people get in touch with you? How do they find out more?
There's actually a couple of websites you go to. I have my personal one for Icon Business Advantage.
Okay.
And that's Icon BA for Icon Business Advantage.
Yep.
.us,
Okay.
because I like that .us.
Yeah.
And we also have one that lists all the services. It's just a generic platform. And it would be a David Allen Services.
Sure.
And then to get to my personal website, there would be a number you have to remember because it'd be 101-555-673. That's why I have my personal one, iconba.us, because that's easier to remember than a bunch of numbers.
And of course, the contact information and website links are all available at fergusfalls.com, and you can search Icon Business Advantage. What if folks want you to come out and see them? Let's have a consultation. How do they reach you by phone?
I do have a phone number. It's 218-671-8325.
Perfect.
I'm not always by that phone, but you can always leave a message. I will get back to you.
Definitely. So
And you
folks
can
set up
call
an
or text
appointment.
that number.
Fantastic. Well, anything else that folks should know about Icon Business Advantage? Sounds like we could talk for hours on all the variety of services that you have.
One more that I want to talk about, it's really cool. We partnered with two payment processors, credit cards.
Okay.
One of them it's a really cool guarantee. If you're doing over $100 a day in your business, they will guarantee that they give you a better price than anyone you have now. If they can't give you a better price,
Yep.
they will pay you $250 just for getting the quote.
That's a win-win.
So you either save money or you get money.
Get money. Yeah, either way, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So that's
And-
for credit card payment processing
Yep.
for
And how many
for
people pay
businesses.
credit cards now? Everybody pulls out their credit card.
Right. You rarely see somebody writing a check or paying with cash.
Yep. And another one that we just partnered with, they recently passed a new law. A lot of people have these reward cards.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And everybody thinks you use your Discover card and Discover's going to give you 3% back.
Yep.
What's really happening is they're taking 3% of the profit away from the business that you're using the card at.
Okay.
And then they give you that 3% and everybody's like, oh, Discover's so wonderful. It's like,
Yeah.
no, Jamie's clothing store just gave you 3% of their profit
Right.
for your card. Well, business owners have been screaming for years that this isn't fair.
Right.
So we have partnered with a company that now can turn that feature off.
Oh. Very
So,
cool.
Yeah, because who gave you permission to take 3% of Jamie's clothing
Of our profit
away?
to give them back to the customer.
We don't take anything from the customer. We're just not letting you dip into our profit.
Right.
So that can be turned off.
Ah, see? You got all kinds of ways that you can save folks money.
Yep.
Well, Leigh, thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing all these great tools and services that Icon Business Advantage offers. We should tell folks once again how they can reach you.
Okay, my website address is iconba.us. And my phone number is 218-671-8325.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and congratulations on the, not new business, but newer business, and we look for you to help continue folks grow their businesses and protect their homes as well. So thanks again for being here in Otter Tail County.
Yeah, great being here.
We'll be back after a short break.
From our earliest moments
to how we live,
how we work,
and how we play.
we move forward.
And
And though sometimes we go forward alone, community means pushing forward together.
We're stronger together.
Together we celebrate our wins.
And accept our losses.
But together we can make life more beautiful
Than it already is.
Join us and inform, unite, and excite our community.
Well, welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. I want to thank Leigh Bauman with Icon Business Advantage for being our guest on today's show. I also want to remind you that tickets are now available for Taste of Fergus Falls. Chamber members can purchase them specifically until September 16th, and then on September 17th they will open to the general public. The Taste of Fergus Falls will be on Tuesday, October 29th at the Bigwood Event Center. It is the Chamber's annual meeting and our largest fundraiser. So I encourage you to pick up tickets. If you'd like to donate a bottle of wine, some craft beer, or maybe something else for our live or silent auction, we greatly appreciate it. So Taste of Fergus Falls, Tuesday, October 29th. Tickets on sale now. Well, this has been Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce, and we'll see you again next week.